Hello, Rob. City Council meeting to order with roll call.
Mark Harris. Dave Black.
Here.
John Norman.
Here.
Bruce Nance.
Here.
Bill Dowdy.
Here.
Jimmy Gillum.
Here. The first item on the agenda is the second reading approval of the tax rate ordinance. So someone would like to hear that?
I will. Ordinance of the City of Greenup, Kentucky, fixing the tax rate of the City of Greenup, Kentucky for the tax year 2025, establishing said tax rate at 0.1309 for each year of taxable property, establishment of due date, penalty, and other taxes.
Is there a motion for the second reading of the property tax?
Yes.
I have a motion. Is there a second? I have a second. John? Is there any discussion?
Are these the same that's always been or been against?
It's the, hang on just a second, it's the compensating rate. I had to think of the word.
We didn't raise it.
So we did not raise it. We took the compensating rate. more discussion? Roll call.
Jamie Gillen,
Yes.
John Norman.
Yes.
Dave Black,
Yes.
Bruce Smith,
Yes.
Bill Dowling.
Yes.
I skipped over your minutes. Is there a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll do that.
I have a motion by Bruce. Second by John. Is there any discussion?
I want to thank Macy for the job she's been doing, what she's been reporting here, the way she's been writing up. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Is there any more discussion? Roll call.
Bruce Smith,
Yes.
John Norman.
Yes.
And Dave Black,
Yes.
Bill Dowdy,
Yes.
and Jamie Gillen.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and give you guys my report. It's, total work orders completed in August was 197. Water leaks repaired, 24 service leaks, 4 main leaks. Water taps were 0, which you'll see a big increase in that come next month. Water loss is 16%, still under the Division of Water regulations. Approximately 127 leak bill cutoffs. Roger, I and others done leak detection on Cherokee, Greenup, and Argonaut tanks. We're still working FEMA disasters. 4864 has been started with several water mains and service lines exposed. Projected cost of that is $150,000 to $200,000 in cost. Disaster 4860 still in the final stages of approval. Waiting for EHP and mitigation review for Fifth Street Bridge and Second Street Bridge, depending on FEMA approval for the box culvert bridge. Will be constructed in the old place of the Fifth Street Bridge, and possibly a box culvert now on Second Street. They were over there shooting elevations today for Second Street. We sent all this in to FEMA a while back. FEMA then emailed us back and requested that we do the exact same thing for Second Street. So hopefully, Bill, you'll probably have that done. Well, it's got to be done by the 16th. So FEMA will be on site on the 16th. We'll hand all that to them on the 16th. And hopefully, a few months after that, or less, we get approved. Fingers crossed. There was a total of 7 fire calls, 811 police calls. October the 14th has been set for open house at the firehouse. And that is going to be for anybody that wants to come and run along with fire prevention. We've spent a lot of money at the firehouse. We hope that we're going to get it out on Facebook. And we want to get it out a couple of other social media sites. We're hoping to have a good turnout there. It's something to be very, very proud of compared to where we were at several years ago. Inside the firehouse, if you haven't been there, I strongly encourage you to come and take part and look and see how it just shaped up and how it turned out. It's state of the art. It's going to be great for many, many years to come, and will serve this town for a long, long time. The 16th through the 18th of September, the city building will be closed. And if you remember, a while back, we talked about switching software services. The other one has been outdated. The 16th through the 18th, we'll be doing our switch over and going live. It'll take approximately 2 days for that to happen. If you need to know any more information about that, which is a little bit over my head, Jeremy's your guy to talk to. He's been the one spearheading all this, because 90% of it, well, 100% of it has to do with the building. About 5% of it has to do with the work order system. So we'll be getting a new work order system, a new billing system, and all that information will be switched from what we're using now over to Greenup. And then we'll start looking for a new software system for the clerks to use. On another hand, and I didn't get to top this up, but we were saved a little bit of money on Winterford Street. If you've driven Winterford Street here, we all discussed and talked about the yellow house across from the A&E Church. We got an order about roughly a week ago, maybe a little less, from the judge to be able to raise that house, tear it down. We got the order, the gentleman contacted Stephen's office and asked if he could tear it down himself. Which Stephen called me and I said, absolutely. So that house has been gone. The guy was actually over there working today. He's got to clean up a little bit more vegetation, get grass, seed, and straw down, and they'll be good to go. So he saved us, the cheapest bid that I got was $10,500. So that's $10,500 that we were able to save by that gentleman tearing down that piece of property himself. So, does anybody have any questions for me about my report? I do have one other thing. Don't have any questions on that. It's kind of a big topic.
Is the guy gonna build back on that lot you was just?
Don't know. He's got a couple of liens that he's got to pay. They're small liens, but I don't know what his intentions are yet. Stephen's been handling that. Once it goes into litigation, that takes me out of it. He just handles that with Steve, so I have not spoken.
I thought maybe a courtesy thing, you might have heard of it. I hate to lose a house, but that house needed to
Yeah,
go.
it needed to go. I agree.
That affects our tax base. I was hoping that plan, since you poured it down, and put it back.
I hope so too.
Brooks' son's done an exceptional job on it.
Oh,
He's all
yeah,
about it.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Mayor,
Yes.
one quick question. I noticed several times I see these delinquent bill cutoffs. Like, will most of those get turned back on?
I would say 80% of them do.
And they have to pay,
They have to pay a $50 reconnect fee.
okay, I just, probably a simple question, but I just didn't know that, because that's significant money
Yeah.
that we lose when they don't turn them back
They
on.
don't turn them back on.
Okay.
Most of them that don't turn them back on are cat lots.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
Camp
Camp lots.
Okay, gotcha.
Camp lots. And they get turned off during the winter months because
Yeah.
I come in here want to turn back on till spring. Hot glue, all this stuff. That brings us to what's in front of you. That's a declaration of a state of emergency which I signed today. I talked at the last city council meeting about replacing the raw water intake line from the floating pump to the pump house. I got home last night at 9 o'clock, phone call from the plant. We sprung some leaks. We had a good leak about halfway up. There's a bangs lamp on it. The second leak was going into the pump house, which that pump down there now will flow anywhere between 750 and 800 gallons a minute. It underwashed the entire back corner of the pump house. And I've got some pictures. I'll walk over and get them after we adjourn. You guys can stand around and look at them. I just forgot to bring them over. It underwashed the entire foundation of that. So this morning I got on the phone, called Brandon, Wolf Construction. They've already cut the road in. The poly pipe's there. He's contacted Steve Tolliver to do the fusing of the poly pipe. So in sense, what we've been doing for 20-some years, however long that floater's been out there, is we've been pumping raw water from the floater from Little Sandy to the pump house. It falls into the wells. And then we pump it out of the wells into the water plant. So we're kind of double pumping.
So you take it straight to the water plant.
So this time around, we're going to bypass, we're still going to have a kit out there with the actuator valve. It's going to be a bigger pump out on the river. We got a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning with several vendors. Howard's going to be there, EJP's going to be there, Brandon's going to be there, and others. Roger will be there, chief water plant operator. But that motor down there, that pump, has to be able to pump a minimum of 1,500 gallons a minute. On any given day, we're running anywhere from 1,240 gallons a minute to 1,350. We can't run much over 1,350, or then we start overfilling the mixed tank upstairs. So it also will be a variable speed motor because we're operating off a floating intake. So if it gets below 32 degrees, you've got the potential for water to freeze. Right now, the line has been for probably 20+ years been running on top of the ground. We're gonna bury the line. We're still gonna have the suction hose that goes out into the river that connects to the poly to the floating intake. It will still be exposed to the elements. And there might be a few spots that still might be exposed to the elements. The reason why we need a variable speed motor is one is to dial it down to keep it from overflowing the mix tank. And number two, in the wintertime, we have to run that pump constantly to keep it from freezing up, the pump itself and the water inside the line. So with a variable speed motor, we can, RPM it down to 100 gallons a minute or 50 gallons a minute, just enough to keep the water flowing to keep it from freezing. We won't be double pumping anymore. The box that we're gonna have to set is gonna be a 3-way valve, one going down the hill, one going back into the well house, and then one going into the plant. We'll be able to hopefully control that. May not be right off the bat, but soon thereafter, as it's installed, we'll be able to control that valve inside the water plant, just a click of the mouse. That way, once your plant gets full, they can RPM that motor down, send it back down through the well, back out into the little sandy river. Field will be starting to start today on the, field already started today on the emergency prints to send into the DOW. I've already emailed out to our emergency director, Garth Wireman, Judge Executive, FiveCo, Aaron Thompson, Robin Webb, KIA, a host of others, this emergency declaration, and told them the problems that we are having. I'm thinking, don't know for sure, because we just don't know what all's going to be in depth right now. We're probably looking about $200,000, maybe $225,000. So I talked to Michelle today, Lacey and Angie worked on it as well. We're good on that price range. If it goes much over that, then we might have to look into some other options. If you remember back in the water, we had about $300,000 in contingency. Now what this will do is going to throw off a few other projects that we will want to do. We'll just have to push them back a little bit. But if we're not producing water, we're not making any money. So this is a must. I'm hoping that the pipe will be in the ground before Monday. I'm not sure on the actuator valve or the pit, and I'm not sure on the 1,500 gallon a minute pump yet. Mark Underwood's researching all that as of right now. He'll be here in the morning at 9 a.m. We're at the plant at 9 a.m. in the morning. All of us to sit down and have this discussion. But I've already gone and started on the process and getting this ball rolling. Worst case scenario is that thing blows completely apart at the pump house. If it blows apart at the pump house, where it's leaking probably the worst at is you're probably talking several hours of being fixed temporarily. This is not a fix-all solution. This is just buying us more time. And it's going to be a very expensive to buy us some more time. So, with that being said, that ball has been started, and again, completion depends on bulk, actuator pump, and the 2 pumps that we're going to have to buy to go on the floater down there. Because you gotta have one down there, one sitting over here ready to go. Because you never know when one goes down.
I have one question.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure there's an 8-inch line coming off that pump, correct? Is it 8 or 10?
Off of the floater pump,
Off the floater.
it's 10.
It's 10 inch. Don't we have like a bottleneck up at the plant where it's like an 8-inch line coming into the plant? Is it the same size now? So that's been upgraded.
It was upgraded in 93 whenever they done the upgrade.
Okay.
Ran from $1 million
I wasn't here then.
to $2 million gallons.
Yeah.
Mayor?
Yeah.
Is the, those pumps, Copper's out of purchase, the cost of them, in addition to the 200, yeah, that figured in. Okay.
Figured.
Yeah, still.
So we'll see. That price may go up or down, so. Every bit of it. That is as long, I'm hoping, this one over here has to be used. We were getting ready to take it out to do our fall switch.
So you can take it out, maybe?
We actually had planned for Monday, to take the boat out and do our fall switch.
Yeah.
Getting it ready for winter, because the one out there is leaking on the piping as it is. So we're gonna switch on Monday. This is a brand new one over here, so I'm hoping that they might be able to take this one in on some trades since it's never gonna be it. It's been sitting over for a year, not being used, but
What's a good thing?
we'll see what happens.
If it's not happening to you, we don't have any problems.
The second thing that's not on here, because this just happened again over the weekend, was Alpine Sewer. And Michelle and Howerton are still working on the rate study that you guys requested for Alpine Village. And we're going to talk to Mark about it as well tomorrow, to see if there's any new technology out there. We bought a brand new pump 2 weeks ago. They burned it up over the weekend out there.
Just what's being flushed through there.
They're flushing, flushable pipes are not flushable. Grinder pumps will not grind. Tissues inside of baby wipes. I hate to be graphic, but we all have babies. When you go wipe a baby, it just expands. So that's, you mind you get to a propeller on a pump. It gets wet, it just expands even more. Those fibers are so tightly woven, that propeller just won't cut. No matter how fast it's.
And the screens we have out there are inadequate.
We had another one built, there's just no room inside there. The only other thing that we can do is put in what they call a, help me out, Phil, you've ever heard of a muffin buster? I think that's what it's called. It is a bigger pump that goes in a building that actually will eat mop heads or eat up anything. But you're landlocked out there with that little tiny area at Alpine, and you don't have enough room to build one of these things. A building to put it in, and they're about $60,000. That type of grinder pump. So, I mean, these people out there are just flushing in and they can find flush.
But I like pictures, there's the plastic tags. and
Oh,
everything.
yeah. And Jeff is at his, Jeff goes out there 2 to 3 times a day, to clean it out, just to make sure everything's going. And just flushing in and everything. And so, Alpine is a major thorn to us. I hate to say that, but it is. But I'm also a firm believer that Alpine has to be able to pay for itself. So, once we get this rate study back, we've got to adjust those rates. Those 50 homes or 55 homes, however many that are out there that are on our sewer, they gotta support themselves.
That long, isn't it? I mean, I think I can remember when you did
2 weeks. This last one lasted 2 weeks.
and how much was that?
That one there was $7,500. It lasted 2 weeks.
And you gotta put another one in.
Yeah, we've already put another one in that we had rebuilt. It'll be burned up. For, I'm gonna say, you'd have to ask Jeff Hall to be for sure, Keith Marshall. I'm gonna say for 30-some days, we operated Alpine Sewer Village off the sub. Just because we went to our change motors. That's what we operated off of, the sub.
So what you put back is like a big trash pile.
Yep. But that's my report, and I wish I had better news at the water plant, but I don't. I will tell you guys too, I sent you guys a text message out. Thankfully, when the power went out, there almost a month ago, we had it up and running in about 2.5, 3 hours. So, I can't remember what time I texted you, I was like 9 something probably. I I was back on by 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:15, something like that. They had it back up on top. It had, so you have two masts. You have coming out of the plant. One's the AEP feed, and the other one comes out of the plant and goes down to the pump house to the floater. One that comes out and goes down to the pump house and the floater. It's the one that burn up at the top of the mast. So,
Those lines.
yes, it's melted. So, I've got the electrician giving us a price on running new wire from inside the plant out that mast and back down over the hill to now, but we just the floater.
Did they give us a power surge?
No,
Cause that?
you come out of the plant.
It was already in the plant. It was on that.
It was on us. So, it's just old and outdated and worn out. So, but we will move on to the second item on the agenda, which is the second reading and approval of the vehicle tax regulations.
An ordinance of the City of Greenup, Kentucky fixing the tax rates of the City of Greenup, Kentucky for the tax year 2025 concerning motor vehicles and watercrafts, establishing said tax rate at .2300 for each $100 in taxable property.
And it's been that same rate for as many years as I can remember.
I make a motion to accept it.
Have a motion?
I'll say.
There's a second by Jamie. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
John Norman.
Yes.
Jamie Gillen.
Yes.
Bill Dowdy.
Yes.
Bruce Mance.
Yes.
Dave Black.
Yeah.
We do need to set trick or treat. The county is October the 30th.
I'll make a motion that we run with the county.
So second.
I have a motion and a second to set trick or treat for October the 30th. Is there any discussion?
Times on that. You set on time. 6 days.
Hold on. You might have a discrepancy here. Whenever I called, they told me the 30th. She called, they said 31st.
Whichever day it is. we can.
We just say, we'll run concurrent with whatever
We
the
will run
county says.
concurrent, my motion is to run concurrent with the county, whatever day the
We'll
county comes.
confirm tomorrow.
At the same time.
Same time.
Oh, yeah.
We know what happens when
Exactly.
Greenup County, the 30th, Thursday the 30th, Greenup County. Wortland, Thursday the 30th is Greenup County. Wortland also just voted just 2 minutes ago to the 30th.
Good deal, thank you. So we'll be the 30th. All right, roll call.
Bruce Mance.
Yes.
Bill Dowdy.
Yes.
Jamie Gillen.
Yes.
Dave Black. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. And John Norman.
Yes.
Bill Hammond. You care to introduce yourself, someone may not know you.
I'm Phil Hammond. I'm with Howardson Engineering and Surveying. Hand these handouts real quick. Here. In case you guys want to know. You kind of like them over here so I can hear too.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with Howardson Engineering Surveying. We handle the city's MS4 program through law, which is the municipal separate storm sewer system permit. So there's some key information on there, but basically this was created by the Clean Water Act. It is administered by the Kentucky Departmental. Boil it down to its absolute simplest, it is keeping your waterways clean. So in the city, we have three. We have the section of Town Branch back here, the stretch of the Ohio right here, and the Little Sandy. It is basically keeping your roads, everything. Pesticides, oil, cars leaking, all that goes to your waterway. So there are things in line to do this. Regulatory compliance, we handle the reporting to the DOW on behalf of the city. There's public education and outreach. That's what I'm doing right now. So these are streaming now, so it's giving us a better outreach to people to basically explain what MS4 is, because I would assume a lot of you probably are unaware of it. The city has a Facebook page too, and I know the mayor has shared that page. I post on there about once a month, and it is educational things like what to look for in order to clean our water up. Outreach, they do spring cleanup, dumpster days, things to keep the city clean. Illicit discharge and detection. So this is kind of on the city as well. So, you know, there is the see something, say something. This is the say something. If you see someone dumping oil down the catch basin, that's all going straight to the river. On the city's website, there is a place to anonymously report it. It goes straight to my email. We look into it. I would also encourage, if you see something, do something. If you see trash on the road, it's not just the city's responsibility to clean up. We all live here. We all drive through here. We all need to do our part, because it all goes straight to the river. Construction oversight. Any sort of construction, we review plans prior, we issue permits. We do on-site inspections, make sure there is no runoff going to the river again. Post-construction, this is all, again, making sure we keep the catch basins clean. And then good housekeeping. So this falls on the city. We come in, we do training for new employees, basically just good housekeeping. Make sure we don't have leaky oil trucks, things like that. This is an annual training we do for the city, and then also we do it for any new hires. So, I mean, to boil it down, it's taking care of the waterways, and I think we can all agree it's important, so.
How do you enforce this?
There are ordinances that you all have passed as far as pre-construction applications.
Can you write a citation since you run the program, or who can write the citation?
We can eventually. We have to get with the city. It's all written in the ordinances, so there are, you have to read the actual ordinance put in there, but there's typically some sort of penalty for violating
You
it.
can find somebody like, I mean, monetary fines, or is it just a smack on the hands, or, I'm just kind of curious.
The biggest one is let's say that somebody anonymously sends in an email on me, I'll use me for example,
All right.
and I don't pay any attention to Phil coming to me and talking to me about it, and it gets reported to the Division of Water. And then our inspector can show up, Division of Water with the EPA, and they can write you a citation as well.
That's where it's going.
Yes.
Because that's already happened to me once. I didn't do it, but somebody else done it.
Yes. They
On
can,
Allen Street.
yes, they can come in, they can cite you. You do not want to be cited, because any court system that the EPA or Division of Water writes you, you're going to Franklin Circle Court.
Right.
Period. You're not going to Dean County, you're not going to Boyle County, you're going to Franklin Circle.
The runoff came from the people like, stacked up there, came, you know, he was there checking everybody. I was curious about that.
There was a gentleman that doesn't live in town, but owns property in town, and this happened just a couple of months ago. Poor guy, he was just burning some stuff, and it put off just a puff of black smoke. And the next thing you know, a black Suburban pulled up. And the guy jumped out, and the EPA just happened to be driving by with a little puff of black smoke. And sure enough, they didn't ride him. But he had the proper equipment there and was able to move some stuff. He was just burning some brush, but there was some leftover or whatever in there that just put off some black smoke. And he just about got in trouble with the EPA.
So like with the construction side, does that mean like the black fencing you gotta have up?
Silt fencing, any sort of catch basin, typically stormwater pollution prevention plans, those are pretty standard in construction plans.
Before you start that, does that, you have to file a permit to get there?
The city has a permit that is required. So if you're going to do construction within the city limits, then you need to come file for a permit. We review the plans. There is pre-inspection, which review the plans. There is periodic inspection of the sediment controls. So any sort of like BMPs that are set, like the silt fence, the inlet protection, so. Exactly. Those are to be periodically inspected during the duration of construction.
You do that?
We provide those services.
So you got somebody on your staff that goes around, once that permit's issued?
Yes. And then there is the post-inspection, post-check-off, and all that too, yes. And then there is also screenings, like we do inspect some of your outfalls and everything before, we're looking for copper, we're looking for oil leaks, we're looking for stuff like that, because, again, you've got a leak in the car, parked in the parking lot for years at a time. Again, all those catch basins go to the river.
A busted fuel servicing center,
Yeah, things like that.
we got one sitting over there. No, I'm just saying, that's what you look for. I'm not saying report anybody, I'm just trying to figure out exactly, when you start talking this stuff, who's gonna get entrapped in this and that, not. And that's always what happens, like what Lonnie was talking about. It's always the person that really didn't know, he gets entrapped in because it's.
They were innocently.
And, yeah.
You don't know until you know.
Right.
And that's kind of part of the public education outreach.
Right.
So these meetings are being streamed now, so it gives us a bigger, audience.
Absolutely. It's
So-
critical what you guys do. People need to know.
Yes, now that we'd like to periodically pop in, quick update, quick education, check the Facebook page. I posted all my little things in there about random, like, you don't think about it, you walk your dog, no one wants to pick it up. I mean, I have like a 100-pound dog, I don't want to pick it up. But if none of us do it, it all adds up.
Right.
And eventually we end up with the issue that we do have in the river, which is the fecal coal. That's one of our,
He says, "Well, fingers there."
that's a whole other
I know.
problem. Yeah,
I do.
that's a federal problem, we'll do that later. But yeah, that's, by all means, if any questions, our office is right down the road. I encourage, follow the page, because I think right now I got the mayor and my children are following. By all means, please, everyone follow. Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is discussion of the golf carts. You guys got that paperwork in your packets that Stephen had sent over. Stephen is not here. Obviously, Rob said again for Stephen. And if there's any questions that you guys have for Stephen, I'm sure Rob wouldn't care to take those back to Stephen. Unfortunately, Stephen couldn't make it tonight. So we can, if you have questions, we can take note of them, ask Stephen, or we can table this until the next meeting.
My biggest question is underage drivers.
My question is, don't we just go by the rules that say us and be done with it? Because most time we get the kid, and next thing you know, we get the kid who's gone. Let's just go by the rules and let it go and be done with it.
Here's my recommendation, is we wait till Stephen gets back, and we'll let Stephen go over it with you guys, and you guys can make a decision on what you want to do at the next council. That's my recommendation.
We can't take away, but we can add to.
Yes.
I do have a question, side by sides, they will fall under a whole.
We did not take advantage of that, so the county did take advantage of that and allowed side-by-sides to be street legal as long as they were properly tagged and all that stuff. Inside the city of Greenup, I don't think it's a good place to have those, especially cops that are, been out on the hills mudding and things of that nature. They're too small for that. I know that I don't know of any city right off the top of my head that did do it. I'm sure there's probably one that may have slipped through the cracks, but I don't know of it. But none of the cities that I know of took advantage of it. We do need to go into executive session on some possible litigation.
I got one thing I want to bring up. Sure. And we tabled an issue there, last council meeting about a letter of support to do a survey and study about water needs in Greenup County.
Correct.
And I'd like to
We
bring
didn't
that-
table it, we voted it down.
No, we tabled it, according to this right here.
It's even on the field.
Yeah.
I thought we voted it
No,
down.
no, we tabled it.
And I'm wrong. I swore that we voted it down, but if I 6-0, that we voted it
It
down.
says right here, motion by Bruce Mann, second by John Norton, to table the regional water support letter.
Okay,
It's on the video too.
let's do this. Let's go into executive session on personal, or non-personal personnel, possible litigation.
Okay.
And is everybody in agreement with that? Is there a motion to go into executive session? I have a motion by Jamie. Is there a second? Second by John. Roll call.
Jamie Gillum?
Yes.
John Morgan?
Yes.
Dave Black? Bruce Mance?
Yes.
And Phil Dowdy?
Yes.
I'll make sure, I'll make sure Lance is set.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Mayor. Thank you, yes, thank you for the info on that. I'm Tim Flashco, I'm not Michigan. Nice to meet you. I got to see you in passing out there, council meeting. Yes. I don't see you. Yes, I guess we're you.
Hey, I have another.
I think Lacey just likes setting up arrogant.
Okay.
Would you do one for the
You're open.
Everybody? So, coming out of executive session, is there a motion to come out of executive session? John made the motion, is there a second? Bruce? Roll call?
John Norman.
Yes.
Bruce Vance.
Yes.
Bill Dowdy.
Yes.
Jamie Gillum.
Yes.
Dave White.
Just let the minutes reflect there was no matters taken up in executive session. I believe that is all that's on the agenda.
I make a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn.
Dave, do you have something?
What do we do on golf carts here? What do we do on golf carts?
We tabled it until Stephen gets back next month.
So, okay.
With that golf cart, talk about the electric scooters, is that gonna be inclusive of that? What we discussed?
I read it all, and if I remember correctly,
It
it
did.
did include, you had to be 16 years
16,
of
right.
age. Yes, so
That's part of the big problem we deal with, is the underage kids operate stuff that they're not really.
I would like for Stephen to be here to discuss it all with you guys, so you guys know exactly what you're voting on.
That's a good idea.
So we have a motion on the floor to adjourn. Is there a second?
I'll say.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Bruce Vance.
Yes.
Bill Dowdy.
Yes.
Jamie Gillum.
Yes.
Dave White. John Norman.
Yes.